Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Dr. Shazarel, we are Group 5. We present about productivity improvement in Bob Motorcycle Workshop, operation using work study and ergonomic. This group consists with 4 members, which is Hema Sri Anapompa Arkumar, Zainal Ahmad Aidi bin Zakaria, Nurul Hidayah binti Khairuddin, and last but not least is me, Wafa Nurdiana binti Abdullah.
Good day, Doctor. I'm Hema Sri Kumar. My metric number is CD230171. And today I will be presenting our group project on productivity improvement at Bob Motorcycle Workshop using work study and ergonomics method. To begin, motorcycle workshops play an important role in Malaysia's daily transportation system, with motorcycles being in the main mode of transport for many Malaysians. The demand for regular maintenance and also the repair services is always high. However, many small workshops like Bob Motorcycle Workshop will operate without any formal system in place, which leads to poor service quality, long customer waiting times, and the workshop not being used to its full potential. So to address this, our study applies two key approaches. The first one is work study, which uses method study and time study to examine how work is being done and to establish standard times for the tasks. The second is ergonomics, which looks at how the work environment can be designed to better fit the physical needs of the workers. Together, these two approaches allow us to identify where productivity and worker well-being is or are compromised and propose improvements that are practical and achievable for a small workshop like this one. Moving on to problem statement, through preliminary observation at Bob Motorcycle Workshop, we identified several key operational issues that are affecting both productivity and also the worker health. So let's look at the first one. The workshop has no standard work methods, no clear allocation among the technicians, and no scheduling system. This results in duplicated work, idle time, and unnecessarily long waiting times for the customers. Second, the workspace layout is poorly organized, causing the workers to move around excessively throughout the day, performing activities that add no values to the service. On top of that, from an ergonomic standpoint, technicians are frequently observed working in awkward postures, using the tools that are not suited to their tasks, and also operating in a workspace that was not designed with their physical well-being in mind. Over time, this actually leads to worker fatigue, increased risk of muscle strain, and a gradual decline in work performance. All of these problems together are preventing the workshop from operating at its full capacity without a schematic approach that addresses both of the work methods and also the physical work conditions. These issues are unlikely to improve on their own.
My name is Rohidam CD230077. So I will present about literature review. So for first work study, workshop challenge, long service time, inefficient workflow, and worker fatigue. So 5S methodology, first shot, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. So work study and 5S are effective approach to improve workshop efficiency. Previous studies show the layout redesign reduce movement by 58% 0.72%, while 5S help organize to and improve productivity. Okay, next about literature review, but about ergonomic intervention. So common problem is neck pain, lower back pain, and repetitive tasks. A good worker posture can make neck pain, lower back pain, and repetitive tasks. Ergonomic improvement, motorcycle lift table, tool within reach zone, no sleep flooring, fire safety equipment. So motorcycle mechanics often suffer from MSD due to repetitively tasks and poor posture. Ergonomic intervention such as lift table and proper tools placement can reduce fatigue, improve safety, and enhance productivity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wafa Nurdiana binti Abdullah. I will continue this presentation with the methodology. As Dr. can saw on the slide, that actually our flowchart for our group. So our methodology is start from observation. We need to observe, we need to identify the workshop that is suitable for our case study, such as a work study and the ergonomic. So after we can conclude that both workshop is suitable for our case study. So after that, we collect the data. We have two method we use for collect the data. They have a lot of method, which is we run the interview using the time measurement and observation. So from that, we collect the data about work study and we collect data about ergonomic. So after that, we analyze that data that we can improve, what we can improve for that workshop, such as bulk workshop. So after that is, after we satisfied with our analysis, we can improve that workshop. So that finish for our methodology. Thank you. That's all for me.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Zainal Ahmad Adi bin Zakaria. So my metric number is CD230141. So for my part, I will be explaining about our result and discussion for this project. So as you can see on the first slide, for my part, we can see that brake system inspection recorded the highest standard time, which is 459.38 seconds. Position motorcycle required the shortest standard time, which is 118.13 seconds. So total service time was significantly affected by inspection and maintenance activities. So performance rating factor used is 1.05 and total allowance factor applied is 12%. So as you can see on my second slide, for discussion, discussion of time study findings, which is significant variation exists between service activities. Brake inspection and tire inspection consume the large portion of service time. Mechanics frequently spend time walking to retrieve tools, spare parts and lubricants. No standardized work procedures were observed. Service duration depends heavily on technician experience and working method. And for impact and productivity, we can see longer customer waiting time, lower labor utilization, increased non-valuable added activities, reduced workshop throughput. So for proposed improvement, I recommend for establish standard operating procedure, which is SOP, rearrange tools and spare parts closer to workstation, implement 5S, workplace organization, use standard times for scheduling and workload planning. So on the third slide, for ergonomic assessment, ergonomic observation result, several ergonomic risks were identified during workshop operation, which is observed problems, mechanic frequently bend for prolonged periods. Worker often lie on cardboard sheet while repairing motorcycle. Limited workspace create congestion. Scrap materials are stored around the working areas. Spare part storage occupy excessive floor space. So for the consequences, increased muscle fatigue, higher risk of musculoskeletal disorder (MSD), reduced productivity, greater possibility of workplace injuries. So on the fourth slide, which is recommendation ergonomic improvement. So on the first subject, which is motorcycle liftable, which is can adjustable working height, reduce bending and back strain, improve mechanic comfort and efficiency. For the second recommendation, which is adjustable mechanic gripper, support low level maintenance tasks, reduce stress on knees and lower back, layout redesign, replace horizontal storage with vertical rack system, increase available workspace, and reduce congestion and unnecessary movement. So on the last one is scrap disposal zone. Design red zone for damaged part, weekly disposal schedule, support 5S, implement and workplace safely. So what we can expect by doing all these things above, which is reduce worker fatigue, improve service efficiency, better workspace organization, and higher productivity and customer satisfaction. That's all from me. Thank you.
Finally, to conclude our presentation, this study successfully applied for both work study and also ergonomic assessment to Bob Motorcycle Workshop, and all project objectives were achieved. Our analysis identified significant inefficiencies, including the unnecessary worker movement, idle time, unclear task responsibilities, and also poor ergonomic conditions that were causing fatigue and physical strain among the technicians. Based on our findings, we proposed improvements including reorganized workspace layout, clearer task responsibilities, standard operating procedures based on the established standard times, and ergonomic enhancements to the working environment. We are confident that these changes offer a realistic and practical path toward a more productive and safer workshop. For the future research, we also recommend conducting a dedicated ergonomic assessment using the tools such as RULA or REBA for a more in-depth evaluation of physical risks, and expanding the study to multiple workshops to allow for broader benchmarking across the industry. A follow-up study after implementation would also be valuable to measure whether the proposed challenges delivered real and meaningful results on the ground. That brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.